Hi everyone, thank you very much for having me. I'm going to try to tackle this whole multi-channel business. I think that probably the first thing we should do is introduce this brand. Group Clothing was established in 1993. We operate 70 last year. Online. To do with recession, especially everybody talks about money. What is it? Speaking to some vendors, wholesale. Actually, we need products that do wholesale. We have a website that's very well. Everybody talks about coming up with the idea that so what I'm mentioning, I have some brings integrated it's a model I'm going to explain something that's we started going, I realized I integrated multi-channel experience for the customer is that we have a number of points of contact with that customer. We've said that before there's 70% of purchases or 80% of purchases where there was online research before the customer proceeded to commit to the transaction, whether in store or online, call center or whatever. That happens to us as well. We send so many catalogs, we drop them at the doorstep of our customers. They will see the new product in. So fine, spring summer. This customer probably will not pick up the phone because a percentage of telephone sales is very small, but will go on the website instead and transform a sale in there. Or today is Thursday, get the catalog today, fine, on Saturday I'll walk to my closest store and I'll look for the range there. So that's what we're trying to do attack here. There needs to be a seamless, transparent transition from one channel to another through the different stages of purchase. So one thing that we need to be able to do is catalog drops on my door today. I pick it up, I go on the web page, I place an order. But then this order, because I'm not too sure about it, and it's something for my daughter, I'll say, fine, she'll collect it in store. Or we'll collect it in store over the weekend. But that way I preserve the stock. So then over the weekend, I'm going to go there, but there's a problem with something. So I'll call the call center and say, look, I cannot go myself, please take my credit card number, I'll pay for it, my daughter will go and pick it up. So what we're doing is a transaction where I place the order online, but then it gets reserved in stock and in store. I'm paying over the phone, and I'm finally collecting in store. This is a true multi-channel experience. This is extremely hard to achieve, because you'll need to start having all these systems speaking to each other, and it's very difficult to find something that really will do that. If you can achieve that, then it's when you realize the real benefits of multi-channel. And on that slide, what I'm trying to do is sort of exploit the center part, and there's an overlap of the 3 different channels. So this is where, if any of my lecturers from uni saw me, they would just take my degree away from me. But the 110% exists. Yeah, it does exist. And I can give you examples for that. One of the typical, and it's an initiative we launched last year, were the iPads. And we've talked about iPads before. It's nothing technically too fancy. It's a device that people recognize. If I look at it from a technical point of view, I think it's useless. It doesn't even have a USB port. So how can a device nowadays not have a USB port when everything is plugged on a USB port? So you ask me, I think, no, impossible. But it does work. It's a recognizable thing, it's a recognizable gadget, people love it, and it gives our customers the sense that we are a brand that keeps up to date with things. So we have the iPads in store. We don't have them available for them to browse. It's a tool for our staff to support customers in their transaction. We are not cheap. We need to go the extra mile and provide a customer service. Polos, 7 different colors. Stores relatively small. I cannot carry a full range of polos. All the colors, all the sizes. So I'll have 3. The customer can try them on. The size is right. The fit is good. That's the color. We can order it online for you. We'll give you free postage. You'll get it at home within 3 to 5 days. It does work. A sale that otherwise would have gone to the store next door, now we can capture and get it in the store. That's where we have the overlap. Web and store are overlapping. Those sales didn't exist before, and they do this year. So when we look at the volume of sales that we're processing through iPads, it's something that not even in our wildest dreams. when I looked at it, I think that on the merchandising margins alone, the iPads have paid for themselves in a matter of weeks. So, not even 2 months. It is a very sensible investment, a very good example of multi-channel cooperating. Other stuff, catalogs we were mentioning. We have a very high volume of data captured in stores. Why? Because we offer people, if you give us your address, we'll send you the catalog. So you'll see when the new ranges come in, and you'll be informed, plus we'll give you promotions. Why not? We don't pester them that often, so they're happy to receive the catalog. When they receive the catalog, so when they give us this data, it means we can use the data for marketing, so it's immediately benefiting mail order and online. These people may buy online, may buy over mail order. But then, when the catalog drops again, not only for those, but for any mail order customer, they know the stock is in, they may go in a store and purchase. Those people, they would not know, and they wouldn't have gone into the stores, and we actually see in our stats every few months, whenever there's a catalog drop, following weekend, footfall in the stores goes up, sales in the store go up. The problems with the integration are essentially, as we said, different software, different systems trying to integrate with each other. Because they don't, then there's a lot of work to be done behind the scenes to make all this data flow seamlessly. Everybody will tell you, yes, we offer you a single view of the customer, a single view of the item, a single view of the stock, but that's contained within their system. So if you have a website, then that website, again, has a view of the stock, a view of the customer, a view of the item. So there's a price change in one place, you need to replicate that in the system. If there's a sale in one place, you need to replicate that back. So for certain things, then the complexity increases very, very rapidly. Then the other big barrier to the online-offline integration is usually about people. Who takes credit for the sale? If I've got an iPad sale, the person in the store has worked hard to sell something you cannot physically see. If there's one thing that's good in stores, you can physically see and try things. That you can. So you've got to give them credit for that. But then it dispatches from a fulfillment center, and the stock that decreases is the stock for the direct channel. So payment processing happens as an online transaction. So that is done naturally on the other channel. You've got to find ways of incentivizing your staff, which right now we're doing, and it's proving also extremely successful and very motivating. So other strategies will be obviously clicks and collects or reserves and collects, or whichever way you want to do it. It would be exactly the opposite. Instead of having the stores driving sales online, you can have online driving sales in store. Showing availability of product in store means you're not wasting a trip. You can go there, know that you're finding whatever you're looking for. Other things that could be very useful are new initiatives. If you haven't heard, a company called Shuttle, Snaplin, and a few other companies are using them already. Instead of shipping from a fulfillment center, ship from the closest store. That gives to, in the case of Argos, because there's an Argos store close to 90% of the British population, you can get delivery from your local Argos store within 90 minutes of purchase. So this, going to the store, you pick up the item, you get the instant satisfaction, which online may be 35 days, well, you're cutting it down to 90 minutes. So it's almost as good as instant satisfaction while buying online. So it's all these things that will work